The purpose of the digital notebook is just a place for you to take notes over the novel that you are reading for your book club. So I posted my example on Google Classroom. And so listed in the digital notebook is the reading schedule. You may or may not put your pages in here. It's totally up to you. But this is mainly for the people who are in person so that they can see the dates when they're not going to have all of the time to read. And then also it gives you reminders about the assignments. The third page here just gives you things that you could possibly write about in your thought log. So really what I use the thought log as a way for me to see, to write down information about the book. So I mainly write down plot-based information so that I can go back and look at that then when I am doing my assessment at the end of the book. You could also use the thought log as a place to go back to during discussions in your book club discussion so that you can find the details. So remember, the difference between reading for fun and reading at school is that when you read at school, you have to be held accountable for the content. And so the thought log is a place for you to record that content. Fourth page, you just need to put a picture of the book and the title there. Then this is where we're going to take notes, and we haven't done any of that yet. Tomorrow we're going to do the first one. So then I just scroll down to the thought log. Originally, I had said that the thought log needs to be completed for Friday, but it needs to be completed Thursday so I can look at it on Friday. So I took my paper thought log and I just transcribed it in here just so I could kind of see what it looks like. So these are just plot-based details that I felt like I needed to take notes over. So these are characters, the setting characters. As you read, you need to be keeping track of lines of the text that you feel are significant. So maybe it's a line from the text that you think is just really beautiful, or maybe it's a line that you think is significant in the plot of the story. You need to copy that down and put it in your thought log. So if you're reading, you might want to get some of the small sticky notes, and then you can sticky note those things and then take some time to go back to your thought log after and then record the information there. One thing I noticed is that I did not record like what chapter that mine was from. And so this starts at chapter 1. So I'm just going to add that. Chapter 1. And then I can see in here that, where I started. So you need to make sure that you have it dated and that you have indicated what chapter it is or what page it is. I also thought that it was kind of fun to add some graphics. This is the Cobra, and this is a picture of a paddy field. Like if you were doing a handwritten thought log, like sometimes they have you draw pictures in it. So that's something you could do. Then page 15 is just a continuation of that thought of the notes from the previous page. And when I look back at the paper copy, I still have a couple more to add in, a couple more notes to add in. And so then you just need, to duplicate this slide, and then you have one right here. And then in the duplicate, then you just need to go in and delete this information. And then you'll be ready to type. And so if I'm doing this, today, then I would obviously put the 22nd in there, and then I would add the information from what I read today. So really, you'll only have to update it once a week. I would update it on Thursdays, and this is really just the notes that you're taking over the novel. Then what's going to happen is on Friday, we're going to have a book club discussion, and then you are going to fill out a reflection on that book club discussion, and you'll put the reflection right here. One thing we talked about in class today was that we are going to be using this protocol for book club discussion 1, where it has some questions. So you will need to write some questions about characters or about plot that you can discuss in your book club discussion on Friday. So that might be something that you want to be thinking about as you read. Maybe you could sticky note that as you're going through it as well. So let me know if you have any additional questions on what to do with the digital notebook.